Limerick City Community Radio.
Your city, your station, your voice.
You're listening to Thursdays, What's in the Bag, with your hosts, Joanne Moloney and Eugene Nolan on Limerick City Community Radio. Your city, your station, your voice.
I bet you're overdoing it.
We're going to have a good show today, hopefully.
We will indeed.
Our special guest today is Dominic Taylor.
He is.
Hopefully he'll be arriving very, very soon.
The traffic is really bad today.
Yeah, three-quarters of an hour it took me to get in here. I just stepped in the door. Right, so let's get on with some music. I'll take a song from Dominic's latest CD that he put together. And it's called Imitations, and there's a few tracks on it there. What I'll do is I'm going to play number 6, track number 6, because obviously you know what this is all about.
Oh, Heroes.
Hero. Right, here we go. Dominic Taylor and Heroes.
What did you do in the war, Daddy? What did you do in the war? Did you drop all the bombs on dead dads and moms? What did you do in the war? Did they pin a medal on your chest, Daddy? Pin a medal on your chest. Did they strike up the band and did everyone stand as they pinned a medal on your chest? And you stood to attention, proffered no dissension when they asked you to carry that gun. And you went up to war like a conquistador. Did you really believe it was fun? Children, destroy all the buildings. Oh, what did you do in the war? Did you march to the beat of their drum, Daddy? March to the beat of their drum. Did you fight like De Niro? Did you feel like a hero when you marched to the beat of their drum? And you stood to attention, proffered no dissension when they asked you to carry that gun. And you went off to war like a conquistador. Did you really believe it was fun? Now the guns are silent at last, Daddy. The guns are silent at last. But why do you weep and why can't you sleep? Now the guns are silent at last. And you stood to attention, proffered no dissension when they asked you to carry that gun. And you went off to war like a conquistador. Did you really believe it was fun?
There you are. That was brilliant stuff. That was indeed.
Love that song.
Lovely stuff. Dominic Taylor's just arrived in the studio. Welcome Dominic.
Thanks very much. Delighted to be here again.
Yeah, I know. We're all in a rush this morning.
I don't know what it is. The traffic has just gone mad.
I think just everybody's gone mad.
I think we're all getting a bit of sunstroke.
Probably.
We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dominic.
How are you?
Thank you.
We just played a song while you were getting yourself ready there called Heroes from your latest CD. Called Imitations.
Heroes, that's right.
Heroes, and that's obviously also taken from the CD Ukraine We Stand By You.
That's correct.
You wrote it especially for that, actually, didn't you?
I did. It inspired me to actually write the song. So I was delighted to do it. So
it's a great song. That question.
Beautiful stuff. We noticed that you have your T-shirt on, Limerick Writers Centre. They're very proud of that you were as well.
Well, look at Jesus, it's been going since 2008.
Okay.
So there's a lot of history there. I think there's a bit of a legacy that we've left behind us as well.
There is,
in terms of helping people get. Become writers. Not just the music is, as I said, is part of it as well. I like to include that because that's part of creativity.
It is, of course.
It's one thing I could never do. I always wanted to write a book. I don't know why.
I'd say you'd be able to write one, not a bother.
It's the same as writing a song. You have to have a desire to do it.
Yeah.
And then set yourself the discipline to do it.
You brought on an awful lot of people who probably never wrote before in their lives, or probably had inspirations to do that. Toastmasters was one thing I used to go to many, many years ago, which gave me a bit of confidence about
public speaking.
Because I never could do this before, and I was in with the old radio station before, which I just started off back in 2006. That helped me progress into the radio end of things and speaking on radio and things like that. And I'd be thinking of the same thing on the lines of the Limerick Writers Centre, that you have people probably who have never thought about writing before, or poetry, or even writing poetry, have come along and listened and watched.
That was the great innovation, I think, that happened back in 2003. Was it 2003? Yeah, it was, when Barney Sheehan started the White House Poetry Revival.
Poetry,
Right. He created that space there, which was a very democratic space.
It was,
anybody could walk in.
That's right.
You didn't have to proclaim yourself a poet or anything. You could sit down and listen and watch, and if you felt like it, come back some other time. Right. So that introduced an awful lot of people to writing their own work, and from them humble beginnings, the Writers Centre developed.
In 2008.
In 2003. 2003, the White House Poetry Revival, and 2008 we began the Writers Centre, which is a more formal sort of aspect of.
Whereas the poetry nights were very informal, weren't they? I went along to a few of them. They were great crack. Barney was such an eccentric character.
I
loved his little dicky bow and everything.
That's right, It was a fun night.
It was.
We took it a little bit more serious at the Writer Centre. Well, we've set sort of things in progress to help people.
But an awful lot of publications came from that. A lot of people wrote books. Written books. Poetry
last
books.
Week, was it last week or the week before, Sheila Fitzpatrick O'Donnell's book was launched. That was the 147th book that we've published since 2008.
Wow.
That is so much even.
And I noticed somebody on Facebook there in Madrid had your T-shirt on, and somebody.
That's right. John Liddy is one of our poets. He's a Limerick man, but he lives in Spain.
Right.
So I gave him a T-shirt when he was over in April, and he's showing off at the book fair in Madrid.
It seems to just be book launches these days now in the People's Museum in Paris Square, which is a fantastic location as well.
It is, and they're very accommodating.
They're really
hats
nice
off to William
over there.
O'Neill down there.
William is lovely in there as well.
I mean, he actually wants and encourages groups to come in.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
For years, I've tried to get into places and they just slap you with an enormous fee to use.
Whereas they're so accommodating there.
And come here, when somebody decides to say write a book or write a short story or write something, are you there to help? Or what's the process that they do?
Prior to COVID, we were, because we were more available in that we had our own offices, right? We had rooms. And we used to accommodate reading groups, right? So we used to help people would help themselves. It was peer critique. Since COVID, and we have no longer got an actual office space that we can use anytime we like. We haven't been as accessible in that regard, right? Now, we still have, like, as in the publishing has really sort of been the mainstay of the centre, apart from the odd reading or gig that we do. So we're not as freely available anymore to talk to people. Yeah, unfortunately, okay. But we can't get a space that we can use.
COVID, again, that's a shame.
We need to be, that needs to be funded somewhere or other.
Yeah.
So
and probably need a kind of community centre would be. Is it this? Well, this is community centre.
The community centres are off limits after
certain times.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas we did an awful lot of that type of work. After 7, the local authority needs to support the groups that don't have a financial backing.
They don't. Yeah, they do. Yeah, and this is a great area. This is a great building here. I know it's in a residential area and stuff like that, but this is a fantastic building.
I think that with the funding from the Arts Society or the Arts Council would help you. And
I mean, it's there. Right. I mean, you try applying for it, right?
I can imagine.
And it's a nightmare. Right?
Okay.
Too many loopholes of the jump.
Because culture and arts these days is an industry, right? And they treat it like an industry.
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, there's so many sort of guidelines, terms and conditions that
make funding for you to access so difficult.
Well, to actually even fill out the forms correctly.
That's
I mean, there's workshops on how to fill out the forms.
But you need to be shown.
For a voluntary group, we're not professionals in that sense. We don't get paid. No one gets paid.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it's
what about the libraries and stuff like that? Well, libraries are very supportive.
Yeah, they're very sympathetic. No problem. I've got a great relationship with the Limerick Library. But again, after 5 o'clock, nothing happens.
Okay, is the library closed after 5? Is it?
Well, 6, whatever.
6, okay,
they go home. They're going to have a fantastic new library now when the Opera Centre is built.
That's right.
Which makes me think, what's going to happen to the
old library?
The old library that they're using now, which would be a fantastic
spot to have
as
a volunteer group.
Writer Centre.
I mean, the council own it. Why can't they just divvy it up between the voluntary groups?
Around. Dominic, you're here with your guitar as well. I see you're very anxious to play something.
I'm
because
not really very anxious.
I heard a tinkle over there.
I like writing the songs, but performing them is not my forte at all.
And you find that very difficult, Jeff, performing?
I do, I just...
You write great songs.
I'm not a musician, you see.
I look the way you're... I can't even fake them. I'll do 3 chords without falling over them.
If I stuck to 3 chords, I might be all right. I try to do things I'm not capable of doing.
Don't we all?
You're going to give us a song anyway. Have you any songs recently that you've written?
What I'm going to do, I wanted to do some of my old stuff. I haven't been doing it.
For a long time,
out of the old muscle of playing them goes out. But what I'd like to do is start off with, which is an old and new, right? It's an old song melody, chord-wise, music-wise, right? And it's a new song lyrically, because which I was inspired to write. I was at 2 weeks ago again. I went to a film launch in the People's Museum. Mark O'Connor had a short that he was premiering down there called Pints. It was all about eulogizing the pint of Guinness.
Okay,
I'm totally up for that.
So it kind of inspired me to write I said I'll write a song about that,
Brilliant.
So it's not to do with the film as such, but I'm just eulogizing the pint.
I'd probably
be banned for talking about promoting alcoholic beverages.
What was it called? What's it called?
Well, I called it Pints after our Mark's
just call
film.
It Pints. Oh yeah, Pints.
You might recognise the melody.
Okay,
I'd say we will.
Well, the Queen wouldn't drink it. Obama had a sip. But never, never, never will the Irish give it up. We like it rich and smooth. We like to taste the grain. And if it's got a creamy head, well, that's a pint of plain. In every pub in Ireland, there's connoisseurs of the hop. They watch the pints freely flow and savour every drop. The pint is our pride and joy, an Irish testament, the taste of the real Ireland. I guess it's heaven sent. and care. Forget about your troubles, cause there's nothing to compare. It's got everything you need. It's better than champagne. The minute you'll be counting to grab a pint of plain. So get down to the pub, don't turn away your gaze. With the pints proudly flowing, you can while away your days. Beware of the imposters, the new kids on the block, with crafty skills and IPAs. Don't listen to that talk. With every sip you taste a symphony of flavor. And if you want good company, well, do yourself a favor. For 7 days a week, you can ride this train. So get down to the local and grab a pint of plain. The pints as black as night, brewed with love and care. Forget about your troubles, there's nothing to compare. It's got everything you need. It's better than champagne. The minute you'll be counting to grab a pint of plain. Yeah, grab a pint of plain. Grab a pint of plain.
That's
fantastic. I love the words of that as well. Comparing the IPA and the crafty beers.
I was actually thinking of a song that was. What was that from? Originally, the
Charlie Malone.
Oh, Charlie Malone.
Charlie Malone.
That's it.
That was so good, Dominic. Brilliant, you know, and it's so true. And especially anyone that likes a pint of the dark stuff like I do, you know, you can totally relate to it, because that's all I would drink is stout. You know?
It?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That
you don't
is
go for them fancy IPAs.
Not at all. No. Pint drinking, stout drinking
pint
woman.
Drinking, that's a good rhythm there.
Pint drinking.
Yeah,
pint drinking.
There's another sound there.
They're setting them off there, no? Yeah. So
fantastic.
Again, like that, you listen and hear things and inspires you to write something.
That's right.
And going to places you even kind of
because once you start songwriting, you're always on the lookout for it.
So,
You should be anyway. You know, something you might see in the paper, or something you might read in the book, or hear somebody say, or as I said at that event,
like just there, pint drinking.
A pint, you know. So
I'd say you've written loads of songs that you haven't decided to put music to.
I've a couple of hundred. I'd say without some of them are not really finished.
Okay.
They started and they're lingering there, waiting to be finished, I suppose.
Yeah, waiting for the autumn weather to come. It's kind of more time spent at home listening.
Yeah.
Going back to the Limerick's Writers Centre. How many people would be involved with that? How many people do you see are actually? I see it when I see you on Facebook and see on your page and all that. There seems to be a lot of people standing behind you or beside you.
Yeah,
with their books and all that.
Well, there's me. There's me.
And there's me.
There's me. There's a lot of me there. Yeah. And look, I have a lot of people I depend on as volunteers, you know, who will attend the events, right? And there are other people who help me with the book publishing. Okay. You know? So there's not an awful lot. Like, we have a board of directors, right? Of 4 people.
Okay.
Right? But apart from that, you know, I'd say the bones of 10 people, with all the volunteers and the board of directors, that would be
it's probably as well off to keep it small and intimate.
Well, we've no option really.
Now, do you find is it stressful enough for you? Is it very hard to kind of organise in such a way that you make sure that it keeps going? And
well, as I said, in one way, COVID was a bit of a blessing, because it broke a cycle of events that we were doing. And it was getting stressful, you know, having to do things on a certain day every week or every month. And the COVID thing broke that. I haven't gone back into that routine.
Okay.
So now it's only the occasional reading or the occasional gig, right, which keeps me more sane. And the book publishing, well, that there's a flow there.
Yeah.
And I'm on top of it. I know what's happening.
Right.
There's no pressure to produce.
No. Because you're working at your own pace.
Yeah, I'm working at my own pace. So it's been easier since.
Okay.
Since
have anybody become very, very successful from it? Like as in publishing books.
Names
like
it's very difficult.
Okay,
the book industry is easy. It's hard to get into, mainly because there's a few the big publishers like Penguin, Hachette, all these people. They're the ones who get reviewed in the papers.
Yeah, they are.
So if you can't get in there, where small presses get very limited coverage, and you need national coverage.
You do,
even international coverage
to get the book sold.
To get people to be aware of. But there's fantastic books we've produced.
Yeah,
they'll probably never make a big splash because they're just not getting outside.
That's a shame.
Yeah. I'm not a reader. I don't read. My problem is I can't read. Not that I can't read. I don't read. I find it. Not the word boring, but I just can't follow the structure of reading. If I opened a book, I could never read a book. And I always felt it. I just can't read for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just from my youth and whatever. And but I probably could write more in story form than I could reading a story.
Yeah.
I watch TV an awful lot. I get my information from TV and stories and from watching that type of thing. My wife has books everywhere. People, I see my sisters, my brother, they just pass books left, right and centre, and I'm at home going, okay, they know I don't read.
Yeah.
But I just never would go in a shop and pick up a book. The only book I'd pick up would be a DIY book.
Would it?
Or a mechanics book. Anything to do with creativity or doing something where I need to read to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to stories or biographies or anything like that, no.
It's great escapism, apparently. My mum has said, when she used to read a book, she was transported to that place that the writer was writing about, and she had it all in her head. And so my mother was a real book lover.
Right.
And like yourself, Eugene, I open a book, I read a few pages, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah. I'll watch the movie about it or something.
I'm a dreamer. I dream. I tell you, I am a dreamer. I go to bed and when I do dream. My wife in the morning, my kids, they said, God, Dad, will you stop telling us about your dreams every morning? They're so vivid.
Why don't you write them down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fascinating. And this is I've always liked that, like with writing the song, but putting it into a video and in the movie.
But if you read, you need to read to write.
Yeah, you do.
You really do. Because it's like
to get the structure,
put some fuel into you.
Yeah. I just never could do it. Even in school, I couldn't. I wasn't very good at school, but when you used to get exploring English and all that, do you remember those books and all that, and the prose and all that? It just wouldn't go in.
Yeah,
wouldn't go in. The poetry wouldn't go in. No.
Well, see, you're talking a very academic learning, right? I mean, I wouldn't be a great fan of it myself, even though I've done it. You know,
we've all had to.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, there's other ways of learning. Which in many ways we've forgotten about.
Yeah,
you know,
well, it's creative writing, really, isn't it? When you're writing a book or a song, that is creative writing because it's straight out of your creativity and your imagination.
Yeah.
So it's completely different to the structured English we're taught at school.
Imagination is something everybody has, but it's not developed. It's put aside in favour of the academic approach to learning. But we need to rediscover it, and in some aspects of poetry now, that's happening. In that the more visionary poetry, which is going away from form of poetry, and what's the more vision, coming from a subconscious mind, but that requires discipline as well.
Yeah,
you need to sort of, people in the old days, going back hundreds years, they would take substances to get into a certain
mind frame.
That's
right.
And they would have, and to a certain extent, that's happening as well today. Some places.
Have you written many books yourself?
I haven't written any books.
You haven't written a book.
I have a collection of poetry that I haven't published,
Right.
But I might do that next year.
You haven't written a book yet, no?
No, I haven't.
Poetry
was my thing, you see. It wasn't
associated
actually,
with the music.
I didn't come into the creative writing area through writing stories.
And has it ever inspired you to write something?
You mean book-wise, novels
or even short stories?
I find that I like the condensed thing of a poem, or a song,
or a song
lyric. More. That's my area. I mightn't have the energy either to go from page 1 to page 200.
It's a bit of a difference, I suppose, to go from a poem or a song to a novel.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a leap.
It is. Yes. I mean, there's a definitely, it's a marathon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really.
You also have I think I don't know whether it's in April around that, the Limerick.
April is Poetry Month.
April's Poetry Month. Is there a Limerick section? A Limerick.
For years we ran the Bring Your Limericks to Limerick competition.
Yeah.
And that was going for years prior to COVID as well.
Yeah.
Again, it was so difficult to keep it going. No support from anybody.
The usual.
Unbelievable.
Dolan's were great. They gave us the venue and all that.
They're great supporters of the arts in Limerick. So we'd be lost without them here.
I know. But apart from the support from the community. I found it extremely difficult to get across to Limerick people the value of the Limerick form.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
They don't know how. They don't even know much about the form. They don't know what the form is.
It's 5 lines,
they don't know the
It's
structure.
5 lines.
I would get more entries from New Zealand and South America
because they associate the Limerick with Limerick. Their mindset is that it's Irish.
Yeah, well, it's the only place in the world that's called after a poetic form.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and it has genuine connections with the area. Yeah. But for some reason, maybe it's because it's associated with being more ribald, humour, that it's never been embraced.
Maybe.
Okay, do you want me to play a song, or do you want to play a song?
I'll play one. I had some lined up, but I'm not going to get through them, obviously. I'll play this one. This is a new one that I haven't actually. I'm hoping I have recorded it, but I kind of I haven't been out recording for a while. But this is one that I have recorded. It's not finished, but it's
in the process.
The files are there, so to speak.
Excellent.
And strange, this one. A lot of the imagery in it. I was inspired by the American. $1 bill. There's a lot of esoteric symbols in it.
Oh, because there is the little diamond and the pyramid with the eye in it and everything. Yeah.
So this is where this came from.
Excellent.
Aliens are taking over. Better run now, run for cover. Your brother, alien, are taking over. I've seen the eye of horrors, watching all that is before us. The shielding veil is now porous. Aliens are taking over us. They stopping my mail, they're tapping my phone, they're watching everything I do. I'm never alone. Aliens are taking over. eagle flies above the nation. The stars above inspire creation. The clouds divide, cause separation. The new order is in formation. They're pulling the strings. We live in the dreams. We think we are free, but we're controlled like machines. Aliens are taking over. Aliens are taking over. Aliens are taking over. Aliens are taking over.
Brilliant.
No, I don't know what it's about really. I just took a lot of things together.
Plenty of aliens in it. Everybody's into aliens at the moment. Tony tried last week.
What was he singing about? I must look back, listen back on that.
Yeah, well, he's 2 CDs out. He has a few CDs out, but one of them was called Postcard from an Alien, and another one was called Footsteps. By the Alien or something like that.
He must be listening to or watching the same TV programs I am.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Brilliant stuff.
What's the name of that song?
Aliens are taking over.
Aliens are taking over.
Come here, the Acoustic Club. Let's go to the Acoustic Club.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
The Acoustic Club now next week, 20th.
That's right. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good one. Some
now.
great new people coming in.
With Jenny, which was here a couple of weeks ago, which is going
to be a big feature on her on the leader next week.
Yeah,
really,
she's great, brilliant because she was asking me about that. I says, talking to Dominic, the chap that I have later on that I'm promoting now later on is new CD Jack. Keishan, is it Keishan?
Oh, he's coming down in July.
He's on July. So I was on to him last night, and I got his portfolio there and his songs from him. So he'll be here. He'll be there next week. He's coming down here to me as well in July as well.
Good,
so
that's fantastic.
he's very good.
Yeah, well, look, I'm really delighted the way it's building. We're bringing in new people, new songwriters.
Getting back to the actual
so
special
there's always
guests
variety
as well.
Which is brilliant.
In the gig, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's
very, very popular now again. It's coming back to like 16, 17 artists coming on board.
Oh, fantastic.
Tonight, which is
a problem.
Well, that's
restricted from time as well because we don't have that time frame because we're supposed to
I'd
start.
say you could only fit 12 artists on realistically if they're going to play 2 songs.
We've been doing very well. When there's no special guests, we can get them in. But it's brilliant though. It's go.
It is. Yeah. And it's great, as I said, the variety we're getting lately,
and
different people,
new stars, new up and coming artists as well, which is
good to see some of the old guys from Charlie's down there as well. John Hayes was down there.
John was there just tonight. Yeah, we had a few of the lads. It's great to see Larry DeClaire back because I haven't seen him in so long. And absolutely fantastic to see them, the guys back. Brian Connolly is back as well. It was Brian to see Brian back.
He's been away for a
long time.
Months,
for a long time. And again, like that, it's COVID who's kind of stopped people from producing or recording or writing material.
Yeah.
And coming back now.
Yeah, well, as I said, it was. I think I mentioned the last time it started off as the Acoustic Cafe as part of Limerick City of Culture.
Yeah,
back in 2014.
Yeah,
and that was one of our the Writer Centre's projects for 2014.
Right,
and
where was it as the momentum gained? Where did it start from?
Well, the cafe in the market.
Okay.
It's gone now.
I
don't know what's in there. Not Mary's, no. It was around the corner.
It was at the corner that had the fishing tackle in there as well, and the coffee and that. Really nice couple ran it.
Do you know what? I can't remember their name. I can't remember the name of the
Karen
the cafe.
I think,
but it was the
corner cafe.
It was. I think was it the corner.
I think. I
can't remember.
It's the cafe on the corner.
Well, a lot of them are.
That's where it started anyway.
Yeah.
So from there we moved to bars.
Yeah.
When that closed down, we moved to the various bars around town.
Okay, what was it? From there?
The sequence? Where did we go first? I think we might have gone to the Square Bar down in John Square. We were definitely in there at some stage.
The Lock Bar, the Lock?
With the Lock, yeah. We probably went to the Lock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a place upstairs, don't they?
Yeah, but we were mainly downstairs, so we didn't really get the use upstairs.
And then you went from there to the White House, is it?
No, we went to Riddler's Pharmacy.
I remember there on Sarsfield Street.
Riddler's, that was a good venue because a separate room upstairs, loads of room, good stage area.
Very big space up there, yeah.
I don't know why, I think that closed down as well.
It changed hands, didn't it? And then it's now Pharmacia.
Yeah. It was out of action for a long time as well.
It was indeed, for a few years.
We didn't continue there. And then we went to Kieran Murray's place up alongside the Brazen Head.
Yeah.
What was it called?
The 101 or something, was it?
Was it 101?
I think
Bentley's.
Bentley's. That's it.
Yeah, we went there. And from there we went to the White House. And from the White House to Charlie Malone's.
Now see, I only came
in
a
little mini tour
from the White House.
Yeah, over a number of years. Yeah. The tour
I didn't realise you went through that many. I didn't realise you went through that many venues.
I didn't either.
Because I started with the White House because I was a daddy taxi for Kieran. For a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
A couple of times, I don't know how long it was for. And I used to sit back I used to be in the background just waiting for Kieran.
Not anymore.
Till he got the bug.
Till I got the bug. Well, Sean was stepping down or something, and I kind of went, I might just... Because I was collecting Kieran anyway. I mean, so I might as well be here.
Exactly.
So the fact I was doing the radio as well, and that helped as well because I set up a show on the radio as well. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, but I think of it now, all the places that have closed down as we've been there. Yeah. Is that a good vibe, is it?
Yeah.
White House closed, we had to leave.
The Square Bar is
the Square Bar closed.
So, yeah.
Riddler's closed. And Bentley's closed.
Sounds a bit ominous. So
give us another song there, Dominic.
Right, okay, I suppose it's only time for one more.
You can get, if you have more time there if you want. There's no rush.
I'll do... one of my old ones, really old ones that I haven't done in a long time, you know. It's called, I won't tell you what it's called.
Will we guess?
You will. You never knew just how beautiful I could be. You never saw in my blue eyes infinity. You never helped me fly when I was feeling low. So don't you come to my funeral, no, don't go. You were never there for me when my heart was broke. You didn't pick me up or offer me a smoke. You never drank with me or even shared a smile. So don't you come to my funeral, no, not your style. You never crossed the road just once to say well done. You never shook my hand, no support, no, I got none. So don't you come to my funeral, walk on my measured ground. Don't you come to my funeral, no, 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 no. Don't come around. You never saw my spirit in your so closed mind. You never thought that my ideas were refined. You thought I was a fool, I saw it on your face. So don't you leave it at that. There's more, but we're running out of time.
Well, you have plenty of time because we don't have a special guest to come on live in studio, so we can stay if you want for a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Play a couple more songs there, like, you know. Hey, your CD invitations, absolutely great. 13 songs, all yours?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they're all mine anyway.
You think they're all yours? Will you be...
Apart from the ones I stole off people.
Will you be doing another one?
Sorry?
Will you be doing another one, do you think?
I've started it, but I've kind of fell out of the routine of going out to the studio every week. I was doing that weekly, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing and another. You know, the guy I was recording with got sick. He had other things, and I got waylaid over things as well, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, one thing and another, I've lost the routine of going to the studio.
Yeah, because life can get in the way sometimes of being creative.
It does, yeah.
You know, we all have to get on and do our...
And I do find the studio difficult, you know, because you're in an environment where everything has to be done mathematically.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that academic side of it again. You've got to fit into the structure of the studio. You know.
Sometimes that doesn't work for your creativity, doesn't it?
Some of the songs I've recorded at the moment, they're done in files, they're not finished, but you know, I've lost the freedom of what I wanted to do with them because I had to structure it into a particular style or beat.
Yeah, that's
so
a shame.
You kind of lose your graw for it then as well.
Yeah.
It was great to be able to go into a studio and have loads of time and loads of people with you who will just follow what you are doing.
Yeah.
But when you haven't got that, you have to do what you've got, really.
Yeah.
Was the studio a big studio?
No, it's only a private studio. A guy who has his own stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And he's a good musician, so he can do stuff that I can't do on it, you know.
Yeah.
But then still, you know, you can't spend
too much time,
3 or 4 hours just trying to get
it's costly enough,
get 3 chords
right. No, because studio time is expensive.
Yeah,
you know, it really is. But you know,
because I would be wasting an awful lot of time if I go into the studio because I don't half the time I don't know what I want.
Yeah,
you know, I just have an idea.
And it would take a bit of time for that idea to just process in your mind and come out into music or a song.
That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Will
we get another song in, do you think?
Yeah, of course you will.
Have you time?
Let me see.
It's just 1 o'clock now, Dominic, so if you have time, it'd be great.
Yeah, okay, so...
I'll be giving the extra. I think that he was late.
I do a song
Thanks
here.
to the city centre infrastructure on the roads. It's ridiculous.
Some young pup who designed it.
This song is going back to when I really took up songwriting seriously after years and years and years, back in the 1990s. Right. I wrote a series of songs based on Frank McCourt's book, Angela's Ashes.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I didn't play on it. I didn't sing on it, but I wrote the songs with the help of another guy. I wasn't even playing the guitar then. Right. But there was a couple of other songs that I had written that didn't make the CD. Mm-hmm. Not because they weren't suitable. It's just that. You know, there was, again, time and money. There was a lot of money put into that album. You know, and time. So this is one that didn't make it at the time.
Right.
Let's see if I can get it right. Looking back when times were tough, I was alone. I could never seem to get enough to keep me going. I spent my days just running through the lane. I couldn't stop running 'cause I was running away from the rain. From the rain. Limerick City and the rain. I remember my Uncle Pop. He was my friend. He taught me how to drink the pint. 3 sheets in the wind. Other nights we laughed and drank till the break Shannon echoed the birth of a brand new morn. And the rain, and the rain, Limerick City, and the rain. Now the memories come to mind. They make me sad. Things I left that life behind. It wasn't that bad. Well, I told my story. Some say that my story ain't true. Take a look in the mirror and you see I'm talking about you. And the rain, and the rain, Limerick City, and the rain. Our rain keeps falling down on this old Limerick town. That's why I wear a frown, that's what they say. Please God, the sun will shine when I leave this place behind. But soon I will be flying into the arms of the USA, of the USA, of the USA.
Brilliant.
That's a new one, is it? That's a new one.
It's one of Fred McCord.
Yeah, you can tell with the never-ending rain and goes
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
USA.
Limerick
and all.
City and the
Oh,
rain.
yeah, that's one of the first ones that you
Yeah.
did on that.
Yeah, I never played that as such.
And it's a great song, you know, because it really does kind of remind me of Angela's Ashes in a way, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know when I left Ireland in '84 to move to London, and I came back. It was raining that day in '84, and when I came back then in '95, I was like, God, did it ever stop raining? And that
Even
11 years,
Ashes as
you know
well
what
was
I mean?
raining.
And then when Angela's Ashes came
That's
out,
right, yeah.
I kind of made that connection.
He
you know,
made
that
our
it-
rain famous.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Because in my own mind, I thought, well, it's logical that it has rained for the last
I
11
often
years.
wonder why someone doesn't start a brand of drinking water, bottled water, and call it Angela's water.
Angela's water.
Oh, isn't that brilliant? You're onto something there, Dominic, too. Someone will have that bottled and made and
Rainwater.
Yeah.
in the next month, you know, some student being robbing your idea.
Oh, stop. Already
Work
listening.
away, otherwise.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, what's the plans for your future? What's your? What's your? I know
Have I
you're.
got much of a future left?
Well, you know yourself. We all kind of hope to have something lined up somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
But you're just near, not your distant future, but your very near future. What's any things that you?
I haven't
plan
any
to do?
major plans except to keep doing what we're doing. I can't think of anything.
Keep doing what makes you happy.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this is what I do know, like, you know.
Yeah. He's a doo-doo as well.
He's a doo-doo. We're all doo-doos.
So I'll just keep doing it. I don't think I have anything other than this, you know, the writing, keeping the writing going, keeping the readings, keeping the books publishing, keeping the music flowing.
Right.
That's where the ideas
Come from. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Like, you know.
You know what? I'm going to
was
have
a-
to split because I've got to drive my
Oh,
son
yeah,
out.
get your car back.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. No, because if we give you the extra couple of minutes into it, you wanted to get your extra bit. You don't want to do another song before you go?
You have to,
I better-
you
I
have to
better
do the
go.
car
I'll
run.
tell you what I'll do.
wonder-
I'll play one for you and to let you go.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to play one off the Invitation CD, the last one there called Humble Pie Blues.
Humble Pie Blues.
Do you like that one?
Yeah.
Okay, Dominic, thank you very much
Thanks
for
a
being
million,
here.
Dominic.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to-
I drank too much, so this could not be it. Fell from the top of the TV antenna. Heckled Uncle Tom on the saxophone, and I kissed the lips of an old trombone. Well, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry I didn't just stay in the sack. You know I'm sorry about that. Sorry about this and I'm sorry about that. Sorry sorry I was only having the crack. Am I been sued? I'm not in the mood for these humble pie blues. Humble pie blues. I stood to attention and a sit-down show. I laughed in the face of a holy Joe. I jumped in the river off the Shannon Bridge, and I clung for my life to a floating bridge. You know I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry for having a panic attack. You know I'm sorry about that. Sorry about this and I'm sorry about that. Sorry I was only having the crack. Am I been sued? I'm not in the mood for these humble pie blues. Humble pie blues. I danced on a table at a restaurant. I acted as if I owned a joint. Ended up flying into old Berlin, and I sang my songs from a padded cell. You know I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, nicht sprechen Deutsch korrekt. You know I'm sorry about that. Sorry about this and I'm sorry about that. Sorry I was only having the crack. Am I been sued? I'm not in the mood for these humble pie blues. Humble pie blues. I slept all day and I played all night under electric candlelight. I drank the city of Limerick dry, but I stopped the whole